Good morning, everybody. What we're going to take a look at today are how to change back and forth between fractions, decimals, and percents. Okay, so I pulled up this worksheet today just to kind of help give you an idea and a visual of what it all looks like when they are together so you can start seeing patterns and making connections between the three of them. So we've dealt this year a lot with fractions and decimals, and so percents are the new one that we are taking a look at. Um, so right away, if we get started, I'm going to choose the color purple today because I'm feeling kind of purpley. So if we have the fraction 15 hundredths, remember we write that as a decimal with a 1 in the tenths place and 5 in the hundredths place. And yesterday, remember percent means out of 100. Okay. So if I have 15 hundredths, that means that I'm going to have 15%. Okay. So let's take a look at the next one. Now we're looking for our decimal. I already know it's 73% and 73 hundredths. So now I need to write this as a decimal. I'm going to add my 0 in front. You don't have to, but I think it's more of the proper way to write it, especially if we don't have a whole number. So if I have hundredths, two zeros, you can either make your two spots because you know you need two digits to have hundredths, and I have 73 hundredths. So I'm going to fill in my 73 hundredths, which makes 73%. All right, now we're going to work backwards. Now we have our 39%. So remember, percents are out of 100 right here. So we know for our fraction, we need it out of 100. So we're going to have 39 out of 100. And then our decimal is going to be 39 hundredths. So we have 0 and then we need two spots for our decimal number and 39 hundredths. Okay. Now we have the fraction of 4 hundredths. So once again, I have my decimal, two spots for it, right? And I have 4 needs to be in the hundredths place. We don't want it in the tenths place. It's not telling us that. It's telling us 4 hundredths. And then that is 4 out of 100, which is the same as 4%. Sorry about that. All right, we're going to do a couple more together. We have 0.77, which is 77 hundredths. So our fraction is going to be 77 out of 100. Okay, and then that is the same as 77%. So one pattern that I notice here is that if we have 77 hundredths, one thing I can do to get my percent as well is move my decimal over 1, 2 spots to get 77%. Same with here. Move my decimal over 1, 2 spots and I get 4%. So if you're given a problem, for example, that I'm just going to get rid of this 46 right now. We're going to use this space. Let's say I'm given 4 tenths. Okay, so you're probably going to come across this with IXL. Remember, we need to get our fraction out of 100. So in order to do that, we need to find a common denominator that makes 100. So I know 10 times 10 gives me 100. So then I need to multiply my numerator as well, times 10. Okay, so when we multiply that together, it equals 40 100ths. Okay, so make sure that as you're doing these problems today, your denominator, in order to find your percent needs to equal 100 to be able to write your percent as you need to. So I'm going to erase that again. And we're going to find another example where maybe you would need to have a different denominator to make it equal out of 100. So let's say I have 1/5. Okay. Well, I need to think about what can I multiply by 5 in order for it to equal 100. And this is where you really need notebook paper or a dry erase board if you have one at home too, to make sure that you are showing your thinking and working out your thinking as well, because this shouldn't all be done in our heads. So I know 20 groups of 5, if I count by 5s till I get to 100, makes 20. Okay. So now I can multiply this by 20. It's kind of ugly there. And so now I get 20 out of 100, which equals 20% or 20 hundredths. So just keep in mind that percents are always out of 100 right up here. So if you do not have a denominator of 100, then you need to find an equivalent fraction to make 100 so that you can find the right percent. All right. I hope you guys have a great um, Wednesday. Wait, no, it's Thursday today, you guys. It's Thursday. Have a great Thursday, and we'll catch you later. Hope exhibition projects are going well and you're finding a ton of research. Reach out to your teachers if you have questions. All right. Bye.